Commissioner Pike,
Lead us in the pledge, please.
I
Pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. First item on the agenda, approve the agenda.
Move it. Second.
Motion by Piker, second by Gage. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. This time we'll open the meeting up for any public comment. Is there anyone here to address the Brown County Commission this morning?
No, go ahead. You got a nicer jacket on than I do.
Good morning, Mr. Commissioners, Mr. Chair, nice to be with you again. Trevor Jones with Summit Carbon Solutions. Happy to appear in front of you. If you got any questions, as you know, regarding our project here in Brown County and elsewhere, I'd be happy to answer them now or in the future. Y'all have my card via the email, so you can do that as well. Also, too, a great time at the Brown County Fair last night. We're out there sponsoring the rodeo, so if we come on out, enjoy the rodeo, and the VIP tent to the north there, the stage there, is where we're also at too, and commiserating with many of your fine citizens about the project. So if you'd like to come out and enjoy that as well, it's a great time. And in the meantime, I've been working with your sheriff, your emergency manager, and your dispatchers to try to provide them with some information regarding some survey activities that might be going on in your county, so they kind of got the heads up of what we might be engaged in, and also a point of contact. So if they do have any questions, concerns regarding those survey activities, they can reach out to me, and hopefully I can get the information they need. So,
Very good.
thanks for your time.
You bet. Thank you for your sponsorship of the rodeo. Go ahead, Dan.
Just like to bring it to the attention of the commissioners that we've got a booth at the fair in the Odie building, landowners for property rights, and would encourage everybody and anybody to stop by. Quite disappointing to me, I guess, when I found out that the Summit Carbon Solutions has a presence on the fairgrounds pumping their propaganda. At the same time, the citizens of Brown County didn't have the opportunity to, the only opportunity that they've got is through a booth. So I would encourage the public to definitely stop by, pick up a brochure, get educated, find out what's going on with the pipeline, eminent domain, no eminent domain for private gain. Thanks, Dwayne.
You bet. Anyone else to speak to the Brown County Commission during the public comment section here? Good morning.
Good morning. How you guys doing this morning?
Doing well.
My name's Dave Meyer. I'm a property owner, landowner here in Brown County. And I do support the Summit Carbon Pipeline. I think what they're trying to do is good for the environment, and to help stuff out. I'm learning more and more about it all the time, and I think it would be a good project. So,
Okay.
Can I comment,
Go
Dwayne?
ahead, Dennis.
Well, I guess my question would be, have you got land that the pipeline is going across?
I do not.
Okay, so are you in agreement with eminent domain, or know what it is?
I do know what it is.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming in. Any other comments?
See you, Dave.
Anybody think that's online or on the phone? Hearing and seeing none, we'll move on to the IMEG Elm Lake Access Road Bid Award. Dirk Rogers, this morning.
Oh, you guys saw the numbers last week, and I was pretty happy with them, really. I would like to recommend awarding to Webster Scale, who's the low bidder. I don't know if there's a bid tab in here.
We've got them right here, it's from last week. I know
Okay,
I've got
just
mine
so-
written down.
Yep.
And it was in the packet also.
Okay, good. So I'd recommend awarding to them. I also want to reiterate that, I know there's a couple comments last week. The county's involvement in this is pretty limited, especially from a financial standpoint. And I have to be 100% honest, I thought maybe when we got rid of the bridge, we were like, but I believe that this $400,000 road to replace what would have been a $2 million bridge, and then ongoing maintenance, obviously you're gonna have to pay more attention to gravel road, but
in the long run, it's a good trade for us. I also had a lot of heartburn with spending the amount of money it would have taken for a bridge to do what that bridge was gonna do. I mean, that's a lot of money for that. And I know that doesn't matter which holes you fill or don't fill, everybody's gonna be impacted and have a different opinion and you know, but this isn't money out of the county's pocket. I would like to reiterate that, Alyssa. And,
I don't think I said it was.
You didn't say it wrong. It's just some perceptions. And then there's another comment I wanna make, and maybe it's being an egomaniacal guy like I am. It doesn't make any sense to me that we would have a road built in the county that the county highway superintendent's not involved in that process, at least overseeing it. And that's part of my reasoning for us being involved. But the key takeaway is we got rid of a bridge. Now, when you have 140 of them, it doesn't seem like that big of a deal, but that's a big deal, and you gotta look at the big picture. I probably won't be around to reap the benefit of us getting rid of that bridge, but still, I think it's a good way to do it. The money's coming from school and public lands, which had money left over from the project, or, you know, they had more money appropriated, and also from Game Fish and Parks, which had almost enough money appropriated for their boat dock, is almost the same amount that this project's gonna cost. So, there's lots of wins here, and hopefully we'll get a good project. I'm very comfortable with Webster Scale. They're good folks, and they're just, you know, next door here, so with all that rambling, I would recommend that we award that to them.
When will they be able to start on that?
I would think, we'll have a pre-con here shortly, but I'm hoping this fall. I mean, I would assume it'll be done this fall unless we have a, you know, we're still in August, right? Last 2 months kinda got away from me here, but.
Since that's on the McPherson-Brown border, will that be joint jurisdictional at all, or will we maintain?
Well, it'll be all ours.
All ours, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep track of how many Brown County fishermen and how many McPherson County fishermen go in there and then prorate it according to that, right?
I just didn't know if maybe you'd share in the keep or something, since it's right on the border.
We may, most of the time on the border roads, Dwayne, and when you say that, I've gotta sit here and think if we even share, I don't think we really share anything with McPherson County right now, so we'll have a discussion about it, whether or not we need to split up 1 mile of road between the two of us, you know what I'm saying, that's part of it. But normally you face each other, just like at the township guys, you face each other in the middle of the road and everything to the right is yours, is normally how we do it. It gets a little weird with North Dakota, but I guess that stands to reason. So anyway.
Okay, I was just checking.
Yep.
Just another question. Do you know what the specific breakdown of the money is? Because I think South Dakota Game Fish and Parks has got 300 and some thousand, or 200 and close to 300,000 in it, and then School and Public Lands will pick up the rest.
Yeah, so I have to be careful. I have to be careful with that. I can't speak to the numbers.
But there is a split there.
Yeah, but there's like, I don't know. You guys know how leftover money works, right? But I mean, they appropriated more money.
The dog gets it.
Right. So that's how, you know, there was $2 million left over that had been appropriated for the project proper, and then on top of that, Game and Fish was doing a contribution in there, so.
Because of the west dock.
Right. Do they have a lease on that? Is there a formal agreement? I'm fine, I don't wanna.
I can't answer
I
that.
believe I have seen one in the vault. There was something with South Dakota Game Fish and Parks about boat access.
Yeah.
I'd have to dig for it, but I know in looking for other contracts, I do remember seeing a contract with them for that access.
The boat landing guy, I just probably really downgraded his title, but the guy that's in charge of the water access guy stopped in the other day, and there was a couple of adjectives he used in our discussion that made me think, there's gotta be a formal agreement in there, and they did put up a nice outhouse, so I figured it's rock solid then. But, okay, I'll quit.
Move to approve.
Second. Motion by Fikert, second by Feldheim to award the IMIG project, Elm Lake project to Webster Scale for $459,855.25. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. All right, moving on, we have lottery permits approval.
Move.
Motion by Feldheim, second by Gage. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Leases.
I'll move them.
Motion by Piker,
Second.
second by Gage. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Temporary alcohol permit, I believe it was for the Celtic Fair.
Move.
Motion by Gage,
Second.
second by Feldheim. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Next
Get
up.
out your kilt. Celtic Fair, get your kilt ready.
I'll wear mine if you wear yours.
That's where we're going with
You'd pay to see that.
Yeah, I would.
I'll be there to take
Yeah.
All
You want
right.
some employee appreciation, there you go.
All right, next up, Dirk Rogers, right-of-ways for Webb Water, four-way stops at 14W and County 10, and a department update.
Okay, the Webb Water, we have two locations for right-of-way occupancy. One of them's, just north on road, what is that? It's Roosevelt. What's our road called? 17? North end of Roosevelt, that Rory Har's there, they're just gonna put a new water service in there and bore underneath the road from the main that's on the other side. I would recommend it for approval.
Move.
Motion by Feldheim,
Second.
second by Gage. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
The other one for Webb is, for Weishauer, just west on, 13W going out to the trailer park. Country Village there, is right in between there and,
B&B's gravel
Midwest,
pile.
yeah, it's west of B&B's spot. There's
I'll move it.
another lot in there, they're just gonna bore under the road and take water over there.
Okay, motion by Piker,
Second.
second by Gage. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Probably about 6 weeks ago, a couple months ago, Dave Blunsman had asked me about the intersection down there on County 10 and 14W going out to 281 at the beef plant intersection. And, you know, we've got the railroad there, and I wanna be careful how I represent that whole intersection, but, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on there.
Going on there.
Yeah. And, currently, it's stop, east-west traffic stops, the north-south traffic, just like the old highway going north. It took us 50 years to get the stop signs flipped around to match the traffic, right? Well, so David asked me about, his thing was the semis kind of rolling through the intersection. And I'm not gonna accuse any, now, does vibration count as that I have to pay, or?
No.
Well, that's the fair manager, so I suppose something good's happening out there. She's calling me at the commission meeting at 9 in the morning, so. So he'd asked me about it, more so that was his main concern at the time, and that had been reflected in some calls from the public. Then the other day, I drove down there at 6:45, pulled on the Hale Mile, going towards the beef plant, and tried to make a left turn onto County 10. And I was like, whoa. Now,
Traffic.
yeah, it's not quite, you know, it's kind of two different issues. The other one Dave was concerned about is obviously, you know, collisions and the trucks running through. But boy, if you're trying to make that left turn, you can about imagine what that's like. So, that reminded me, hey, David suggested that he has also had some communication with Highway Patrol about it, and they're very, very supportive of it, and also will, be happy to have a presence down there as we work through the transition. So, my goal today is to make you aware of it and hear whatever comments you have. I have to go through and check a couple things. You can't just put up stop signs because you think you need one. There's like 8 reasons I think you can put up stop signs, and it has to meet one of those. So I'm sure it does, and I want to look at everything else. I was going to look at putting a roundabout in there, but I didn't know what your guys' appetite for fighting that right now would be.
I don't think there'd be room with the
I think
railroad.
you gotta deal with the railroad.
Yeah,
See
okay,
how
that'll be
that
our
works.
excuse on the roundabout, but, so, you know, but a little more seriously, I was even thinking a left turn lane in there, so that the southbound traffic wouldn't get stacked up waiting for people to turn, and I'm not so sure we even have enough room for that in there. You know, the section line is clear over on the west side of the road. It's nowhere near where the road is because of the railroad, so,
Right.
anyway.
That means anybody traveling to Warner would have a four-way stop then.
Yes, yep.
That'll go over well.
Yeah, I know, that will go over well, but it's like anything, I think, once they get used to it. But with that change in the traffic pattern there, it's easy to justify it. Not only the pattern, but the type of vehicle that's coming through there too, you know?
Well, one thing that's really bad with that railroad track, there's enough room between the track and the stop sign for a semi.
No.
You've gotta stop before the railroad grade, or the railroad tracks, 'cause once you got the back end of that truck on there, you need to get across too.
Yeah, we don't have quite the problem there but you see in more urban areas or, you know, large cities where you've got the mixture of the ag traffic or the freight traffic mixing with that, and you see those videos because we're building everything off of where they put the frickin' railroad at 200 years ago, so that's, you know, a little early there, 150 years ago, but that's basically where we put everything. And doesn't always work so well, and you end up with them crossing. I mean, I've seen videos where the school bus gets caught in between the crossing arms and the train comes by and smokes it because they can't get out, and you know, it's a bad deal. So I do want to review a few things to make sure we got all our ducks in a row before we do it, but, so next week I'll
No
come in.
opposition from the guy on the corner in the big white house?
Probably,
I
but,
wonder, I don't know.
they're all right. They're usually okay. We'll Jake brake in all four directions and, you know, because they all follow those signs, right? Like the yellow road closed sign.
Yeah. Right.
So, anyway, that's the discussion about that. You guys got any questions?
No, we'll just wait to hear what the public reaction is from those people that travel it daily,
Okay.
so.
They'll love it, I'm sure,
Oh,
but,
yeah, they'll get used to it, like you said.
yep. What else do I have on there?
Department update.
Right now, we're hauling to Road 5. Let's talk about that for a second. Getting a little bit of pushback on Road 5 up there. But it's gonna be gravel.
By Elm?
Yeah. Well, there's the one going, it's 10 miles.
Yeah.
So, you know, we got it milled. It's milled up, and we're in the process adding material, and that's been ongoing. That's what we're doing today. And then in like the second week of September, they're gonna come in and we'll mill it again and relay it, and it'll be actually really nice, but, and then it'll sit there until spring. I do not intend to dust proof and, you know, by residences. I mean, I know it's not happy. I do get frustrated because people have been commenting on the condition of the road, and it's the same old damn story. They complain when the road's bad, and then we're in their way when we're trying to fix it, and I get it, I know, but that's gonna be a significant investment up there. We're gonna end up probably close to $2 million into that by the time it's all paved and it's all nice, and we'll, you know, have hopefully basically a worry-free road up there for a little while. And anybody going up to Elm Lake, I would recommend you go across Road 3 for the 4 miles of gravel. If you don't wanna pull your boat on the gravel or something, that's the shortest, you know, least amount of gravel to get to Elm Lake right now, so.
Okay.
I keep taking my glasses off. Gravel winter paving 2023, and that'll be one of the 4 projects we do next year. We're gonna go chip 12W, I think Monday and Tuesday of next week, and Dennis, we're going out there as soon as I leave the meeting to find some little spots to do. I think you said you wanted some of this out there. So there's a few spots to do some paving. It'll be similar to what they did on those culverts on 13 there, just some little level up patches. Leans is gonna be paving 16 at the back corner going north. I told them they're gonna wanna do it earlier in the year, 'cause it gets really fun when you get it against, that's why we didn't do it last year. We had everything out there, and there's so much harvest traffic, we just gave up on it. But they're gonna be doing that this week, and then I also gonna have them look at 12WB in front of, it's a short piece there in front of Harm's Oil, which, gosh, I wish I knew why we have curb and gutter and all that stuff on that. I wish we didn't have it there. I don't know why. It's the only section we have underground stuff in the whole county system, but we were looking at that yesterday, and that 12WB isn't gonna make it a couple more years, so I'm gonna try to get it paved this year, because next year, there's no wiggle room at all. Those are 4 really expensive projects we're gonna do, and, so I'm gonna try to get that 12WB, and then the rest of that area over there, that ethanol, in by the ethanol plant and the sale barn and that's gonna have to wait a whole nother year. That's gonna get, I'm just telling you, it's gonna get bad. When the ethanol plant went to buying from multiple folks and didn't just buy it from the elevator out there, that really affected how, and we're gonna have to have a conversation with them about truck storage at some point. They're nowhere near have enough to get everything out of the way out there. And if they're taking corn on a, same day we're having a sale, oh my God.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, that's a little bit, hopefully 12 WB, we can squeeze that in this year yet. Already talked about the four-way stop, and again, I wanna reiterate that school and public lands and game fish and park are paying for the project up at Elm Lake. And, I think that's all I got.
Just to avoid any confusion.
Just in case anyone wasn't clear on that yet. So, I think that's all I have. I read this letter. I don't know.
We did too, so.
I will say that it won't get bladed as often now that...
They don't want it bladed.
Well, yeah, and the individual that was blading it frequently is retired, so, we'll see. I'm not saying that's what that road has to be forever, but it's like the electoral college. I don't have a better idea yet.
Load limits on that?
All the time. It's actually barred to trucks, which,
Boy, that stirred. Whew.
yeah,
That caused a
That did open a
major
couple of years ago
confusion
when there was some
happened.
work done there.
Wow.
yep.
You would open it up and let trucks go that way around, just
Yep.
for a short time as what was the construction on?
Well,
the,
we were working on 14 a little bit.
Well,
you
wasn't
know.
that where the railroad crossing was
Yep.
done?
Yep.
Down that end, and they let them go across that
Yep.
way?
Yeah. You know, I think I milled that up 3 times and tried putting a blotter in there. That was stupid. And, I don't know, the sloughs are so bad, you know, you have to,
A lot of cattails.
Yep,
there's a really nice 4-lane 1 mile away,
yep.
so. Anyway, we'll continue, I'm aware of that, and we'll monitor it, I guess.
Well, I
see
can
what we
only
do.
say that if people are complaining about the county roads, boy, they ought to drive some of these township roads close around Aberdeen here. Like
Really?
going west of on 8th Avenue West past, over the, connection by the, number 2 fire station, go on out that way.
Yeah.
And then get over on, 383rd. My goodness.
Pretty rugged, huh?
Oh,
I bet that 8th Avenue's gotta get a lot of traffic though, doesn't it? Out there?
I think it does get pretty good traffic.
terrific.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow, that wasn't too bad.
Any other questions for Dirk? Thanks for the update.
Okay.
Does the township send us a letter out to that guy, or do you? Or somebody just,
Is the sign in our right of way?
yeah, it's right
It's
on
right on our
the
road. We'll just go take it down. I mean, you wanna send him a bill for $7.50, it's gonna take...
Well, I didn't know, but I don't think we just let people hang signs up where they want.
No, you can't.
Just don't tell them Doug ordered it taken down.
Yeah.
Please.
No, we'll work around that.
If somebody happens to sneak up, you can look at it, it's pretty obvious where it's at.
We'll just go spray paint Doug for county commission on it.
Yeah. Better call the fire truck, my house may burn down after
Thanks, Dirk.
You bet, have a good day. Thanks
You
for
too.
supper last night.
You bet, thanks for
Yeah.
stopping out.
Do you guys get drunk enough to sing karaoke or anything? Did I leave too early?
One beer don't do it all.
No. Take a lot more beer than that. All right. Put my agenda moved over here. That brings us to the end of our regular scheduled agenda, now to the consent calendar. Dave.
The approval of general meeting minutes of August 9th.
Move.
Motion by Feldheim,
Second.
second by Fikert. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Claims and payroll.
Move.
Motion by Gage,
Second.
second by Feldheim. I did pull one because it was sales tax on it. It was to Sanford Health. Pretty minor, but they missed the sales tax, so that was the only one that was pulled. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
HR report.
Move. Motion by Fikert,
Second.
second by Gage. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
And approval of sheriff's report.
Move it.
Motion by Feldheim,
Second.
second by Gage. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Any other business come before the Brown County Commission this morning? Will you have any need for a legal?
If you guys want some updates, we can do one otherwise.
Correct.
Go ahead, Dennis.
Does the county have to pay sales tax on the booth rental, on the rentals of all the booths throughout the whole fairgrounds, on the income on those booths? Does it, anybody know?
We're tax exempt, the county doesn't have to. But as far as whoever's renting the booth, if they sell something,
Yeah,
then they have to pay state sales tax.
but the county has to pay sales tax on the rodeo tickets, on the income on the rodeo tickets. And I just wondered about if they have to pay sales tax on the income on the booths, because I know we have to pay sales tax on tipping fee
Yep.
out at the landfill. I'm just curious about it. I mean,
No, Dave.
That I do not know.
yeah, I mean, it's,
We'll research it.
well, maybe shouldn't even bring it up. You know, one of those deals.
Anything else? If not, I would entertain a motion to go into executive session for legal updates.
Move.
Motion by Feldheim, second by Gage. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. We are in exec. Out of exec, the lights are back on.
I never even thought of that. That'd be a good idea.
You gotta have a strong enough one.
Well, yeah, you'd have to have a pretty tough one, but I mean,
Right.
like that poly wire, I guess it's not like the radio, it's a lot lighter. but-
Tell the snags with a draw.
Nose dive, then you're waiting.
Saw that on Facebook, the other day, that eagle swooped down and grabbed that drone, just snatched it right out of it.
Was
Right
that
out of the
on a
sky,
video?
yeah.
Oh, really?
All right, anything else to come before the Brown County Commission this morning? We, came out of exec with no action as a result.
Move to adjourn.
Motion by Feldheim, second by Piker to adjourn. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. We are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.